The independent state of Samoa, or Samoa, is a sovereign Polynesian nation located in the Central Pacific. Contact with outsiders began in the mid-18th century. Explorers, traders, missionaries, and even famous writers found their way to Samoa. This lasted until the country petitioned for and achieved independence in 1962, the first oceanic nation to do so. Women in Samoa have always played a role in the maintenance of village, culture, and country. The Samoans have a cultural construct, the whenua, based on the brother and sister relationship, which regards the male and female as separate yet complementary.
Maitai Samoa, or the Samoan lady, has probably a higher status than the male. And according to our culture, it's the male who does all the hard work, till the land, plant, fish, build. But his sister, the Tumaita, the maker of wealth, the healer, the peacemaker, Paemale Auli, she is the embodiment of the covenant between the male and female, between the brother and the sister.
Modernity and change, especially in Oceania, go hand in hand. Christianity has all but usurped the whenua, and the perception of women's roles in Samoa has changed over time.
Before the missionaries came, women enjoyed quite a high status, but the influence of Christianity altered all of that and made men superior. And that, I think, has influenced women's position for the last 200 years virtually. So now it's a mix. And it's benefited some groups of women and others not at all.
Statistically, more women have received formal education and qualifications than men. As such, women in Samoa have flooded the workforce and secured top-tier positions in the public and private sector and are especially visible in the civil service. This, however, has not translated into career politics. The issue now, it seems, is how to bridge the divide between the two.
I think the way ahead is really to educate our people about why we need women to be in Parliament. At the moment, there's not enough being done about that. You know, people are basically saying we just need more women. But the question is, you really have to address the question of why.
Democracy is, as you know, not just in terms of representation, physical representation. It means freedom of speech. It's also the ability of both men and women to be able to participate. Especially, government is investing billions of dollars to educate its young people. And you don't invest in young people so that they come and keep quiet.
On March 24, 2013, the Samoan government passed a constitutional amendment reserving 10% of parliament for women, or 5 of the 49 total seats.
Although we had women in our parliament for many years, the early 70s, the greatest number that entered Parliament was at our last Parliament, when we had 4. And then in this Parliament we have 2. Who knows, perhaps in the next Parliament we may have none. And as a safeguard against that happening, the thought arose, and the decision was made at our cabinet that we need to introduce legislation.
Preparations are now underway for the upcoming 2016 elections, and the government, working with various development partners, has already rolled out initiatives designed to educate both potential candidates and the general voting public.
In terms of working together with other organizations, we are working with UN Women to put together a booklet for females or women that want to participate as candidates in the 2016 general elections. Our role right now is just to ensure that we educate and inform the general public, and in particular the female component of our population about the legal changes and that they're aware of them and that they can therefore exercise their legal rights.
It is an exciting time for the women of Samoa, and the potential for change that benefits everyone is a testament to their resilience and dedication to the building of Samoa.
We have just celebrated the Golden Jubilee, 50 years of independence. Samoa was given only 15 months as a self-governing nation, but our leaders said we wanted two to us, which means independence. So 50 years of independence with only 6 prime ministers and absolutely no revolution.
Women's participation in politics is critical to continued sustainable development across the region, as reiterated in the Pacific Leaders' Gender Equality Declaration. And as nations make strides individually, regional solidarity helps ensure that gender equality is realized across Oceania.
What has happened in Vanuatu and Samoa are also very important for Solomon Islands. That can also be an effective rallying point for Solomon Islands as well.
When you look at TSM for the region, each of our country has their own program, and that is very encouraging. That is a way forward for our region, especially ensuring that our women participate in our political leadership.
UN Women is committed to partnering with governments and civil societies across the Pacific so that women's full political participation and representation becomes a reality.